Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, good morning, my friends. Today our class will presenting about the direct method. And then, who is the presenter today? Which group?
My group,
Hello.
my group.
Okay, Nura's group, right?
Yes.
Okay, we directly to begin our class today. So for the Nura's group, please, are you ready for the presentation?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so please, time is yours.
Nah, sorry, I cannot share my screenshot. I don't know why. Just a moment. Have you seen my slide?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Here is noisy. Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yeah, I can hear your voice clearly.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. So nice to meet you. Thank you for my group time for presentation. And today, our group will presentation about direct method. So introduce our group. I'm Gilang Ardiansyah FA, and my friend Warapa Tohdin and Kewalin Sensulee. And yeah, next slide. Okay, what is the direct method? Direct method in teaching a language is directly establishing an immediate and audiovisual association between experience and expression, word and phrases, idioms and meaning, roles and performance throughout the teacher body and mental skills without any help of the learner mother tongue. Their method of teaching language aim to build a direct way into the world of target language, making relation between experience and language, word and idea, so and expression, role and performance. This method intends for students to learn how to communicate in the target language. This method is based on the assumption that the learner shall experience the new language in the same way as or he or she experience his or her mother tongue without considering the existence of his or her mother tongue. So the direct methods are different between DM and GTM. In GTM, we can use native language or mother tongue, but in DM, we cannot use the native language or mother tongue. So next slide. Essentials. So essential in DM or their method. So first is no translation. Second is concept are taught by means of object or by natural context throughout the mental and physical skills of the teacher only. Next, oral training help in the reading and writing skill and speaking simultaneously. The last is grammar is taught indirectly throughout the implication of the situation creation. Okay, next. Uh, role of role of student in DM. First, students are less passive and compared to GTM. Second, they think and speak in the target language. Yeah, no, without native language or mother tongue. And third is they try to speak as much as possible. And the last is they learn how to ask a question as well as answer them. Okay. The next role of the teacher in their method. So the role of teacher is very important. So first, the role of teacher is the teacher role is quite active. The second, he or she direct all the classroom activity. Third, ask minimum question and answer. And the last is he or she use sentence is instead of word and make students speak much. Okay. Yes.
Techniques. Question answer exercise. The teacher asks question of any type and the student answer. Di- Dictation. The teacher choose a grade appropriate passage and read it aloud. Reading aloud. The student take turn reading section of a passage, play or dialogue aloud. Student self-correction. When a student makes a mistake, the teacher offers him/her a second chance by giving a choice. Conversation practice. The students are given an opportunity to ask their own questions to the other students or the teacher. This enables both a teacher-learner interaction as well as a learner-learner interaction. Next, next slide, please. Nature. The direct method is also known as the natural method. Is what developed as direction through the grammar translation method and is designed to take the learner into the domain of the target language in the most natural manner. The main objective is to impart a perfect command of the foreign language. The main focus being to make the learner think in the target language in the same manner as the learner of his/her mother tongue is the most natural way. In traditional language learning, pupil participation was found to be diminished as the teaching is perceived to be long and monotonous. Next. Marriage facilitate understanding of language. Understanding of the target language becomes easier due to the inhibition of the linguistic interference from the mother tongue is established a direct bond between contact and help in understand directly what it heard and read. Improve fluency of speech. Fluency of speech results in easier writing. It tends to improve impression in writing, and it is a quick way of learning and expanding vocabulary. Is reading. Reading become easier and more pleasant, and it also promote a habit of critical studying, improve the development of language sense, full of activities, which make it interesting and exciting, emphasizes the target language by helping the pupil express their thoughts and feeling directly in the target language without using their mother tongue. Develop listening, speaking, and reading. Next, Demarest ignores systematic writing work and reading activity may not hold well in the higher level class where the translation method may be more suitable. Support only limited vocabulary is restrict the scope of vocabulary as not all words can be directly associated with their meaning. Need skilled teacher, e.g., less effective if teachers have a poor command of English, ignore reading and writing aspects of language learning, does not teach grammar systematically, time consuming in creating real-life situations, less suitable for slow learners who struggle with this method.
Okay, about the principle. The first is classroom instruction is conducted exclusively in the target language. The second is only everyday vocabulary and sentences are taught during the initial phase. Grammar, reading, and writing are introduced in the intermediate phase. The next is oral communication skills are built up in a carefully graded progression organized around question and answer exchange between teachers and students in small intensive classes. And the next is grammar is taught inductively. And the next is learning points are introduced orally. Concrete vocabulary is taught through demonstration, objects, and pictures. Abstract vocabulary is taught by association of ideas. Both speech and listening comprehension is taught. Correct pronunciation and grammar are emphasized. Students should be speaking approximately 80% of the time during the lesson. And the last is students are taught from inception to ask questions as well and answer them. And the goals. The first is learn how to communicate in the target language, learn to think in the target language. And the second is correct pronunciation. The next is emphasize on listening and speaking. About the TTM is reading, writing, and translation. And next is think in target language. No native language, no translation. And the last is learning basic sentence, introducing daily life. Summary. No method of teaching a target language is absolute, rather contextual. A good teacher can reap maximum advantage from carefully handling the direct method. The complete detachment from mother tongue is almost impossible. Conclusion. Language learning should be of use and good for the class of small size. And the last is culture should be taught about people's daily life, daily life. Sorry. Okay, this is all of our presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you for Gilang's group. So before we continue to the second presentation, uh, any questions so far, friends? Maybe you wanted to ask for the group and the group will answer your questions. Please.
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
I want to ask, how does the teacher explain the students if they don't understand?
Okay, for the group, can you answer the questions, please? Oh, sorry. Who is the what is your name?
Okay, my name is Silva Azara Salsabila.
Okay, can you repeat your questions, please?
How does the teacher explain the students if they don't understand? Thank you.
Okay, for the group, please. Nura, Kewalin, or Gilang? Can you answer the questions, please?
Okay, maybe I'll answer the question from Hilwa.
Yeah, sure. Please.
Yeah, maybe a teacher can trying to explain
Kenapa sih? Kapan?
explain again the material when the student unknowing uh, repeat to explain this the material again. So maybe like that.
Okay, so if the student don't understand, the teacher should be repeat the material, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hilwa, is it clear enough?
Yes, clear. Thank you.
Okay, so any other questions, please?
Can I?
Yeah, sure. What is your name?
My name is Putri Amalia Amanda. Okay, I will ask about no translation or use target language. So between student and teachers speak full English, it's not that really hard for student.
Sorry?
Okay, I will ask about no translation or student use target language. So between student and teacher speak with full English is not that really hard for student. Get it?
You mean isn't hard for student, right? Hello?
Pardon.
You mean if the teacher teach with foolish English, like if a student is hard, isn't hard for student, right?
Yes.
To understand. But if this is their method, we should to use foolish English because you can practice and get better for English, the target language.
So when the student don't get what, so why if the student don't understand what the teacher say, the teacher will explain with English.
Yes, we'll explain with English.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so in direct method, we use the target language full of the class, right?
Yes.
Or maybe if the student don't understand about the materials, what does the teacher should be do? What does the teacher should to do? Or maybe the teacher should the other options, maybe using pictures or maybe the video or the audio. Is it
Yes, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But must use the target language
Full
and
in English.
explain in target language.
Okay. So, any other questions, friends? No? It is enough?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much for the presentations today. And who were asked the group. So that's all our meeting today. For the other presentations, we'll use the other link. So thank you so much for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wabarakatuh.